Good morning. At this time, Stephen Wood and Jeremy Whitfield would like to lead us in the salute to the flag. Stevie. States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, Brett Bergman will give the official welcome. Brett?
Is it working? Is it working? Hi, my name is Bud Bubble. We would like to welcome you all to Clairview School graduation ceremony. Oh! That was my
Good morning and welcome to Clairview School's 2021 graduation. I am very pleased to preside over this 47th annual commencement ceremony. As a community, we have been through a lot in the last year, and reflecting on what we have learned is a valuable tool. Let us not forget how far we have come. From Google Classroom to Zoom, our children have led the way. From virtual learning to physically being back in school. We are all so pleased to be here today, both virtually and physically. So on this day, I wanted to reflect on our time together with these graduates. I've known some of these graduates for a long time, others not so much. I would like to share a couple of special thoughts that I have regarding our graduates. First, my Penn State buddy, Stevie. From that shy student to now, with a sense of humor and the ability to turn on his charm. My sweet Miss Olivia. Behind every successful person is a substantial amount of chocolate. However, we've now moved on to potato chips, right, Liv? My friend Joe, always looking down, to now, a smile on your face when you're out and about our school. Mr. Jeremy, never sitting down to now using his iPad to tell me to sit down, just not today. My friend Itwan, from that tiny little boy to this now smiling young man. And then there's my buddy Bailey. Nothing beats the day you use your eye gaze for the first time to say, "Hi, Mom." Bobby Tomer, forever on a mission. The laugh you let out when I told you the gig was up and that Mom and Dad knew that you knew how to do laundry still makes me smile. Finally, my longtime friend, Brett. I'm not sure if it was the day I met you in preschool or the day you used your magic finger to read to me, or when I returned here to Clairview and you resurfaced the term boss lady. We have all come so far. You have come far. As I reflect on these very special memories, I encourage you all to see what I see. I see some amazing graduates with a lot of positivity to share. So as you move into your next journey, never forget how far you've come, and don't underestimate how far you can go. At this time, I'd like to introduce our Executive Director, Dr. Jason Conrad.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, good morning. All the days seem to fly into each other. So on behalf of the Westmoreland Intermediate Unit Board of Directors, I want to welcome you to this year's Clairview graduation. This has been a celebration that we look forward to every single year, and the fact that we are able to have an in-person graduation to celebrate their achievements is truly amazing this year. And many thanks needs to go to the families that have supported your children throughout the last 18 months. Without your support, it never would have been possible to make education happen over the last 18 months. So thank you for all that you do for your child and the support of Clairview. I also want to throw out many thanks on behalf of the board to the Clairview staff and all those who support Clairview. It has been truly amazing what has been accomplished over the last 18 months and over the last 47 years, where this intermediate unit has had an opportunity to provide great services, and having students graduate from our programs truly is a testament to the hard work that the staff puts into leading children. Also, I want to throw out a special thanks and congratulations to the class of 2021. You have made it, and you now leave here an esteemed scholar of Clairview School and will forever represent Clairview in your lives hereafter, and always be proud that you're a wolf, as part of the wolf pack. If there's one lesson that I would like to impart on the group today, is that it's all about resilience. And resilience means that you stick with it through thick and thin, no matter the struggles. And that goes with your jobs, your relationships, and yourself. You have to be resilient, and I think the last 18 months have shown us the importance of resilience. And so, as one philosopher once said, you gotta keep on keeping on. You know, life's a garden, you gotta dig it. And so therefore, resilience is at the heart of every success story, and I have full confidence that you will continue that success throughout your rest of your adult lives. With that brief message, I conclude and have the pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker. Our keynote speaker traveled long and far, and he's excited about this guest speaker, I know. He's traveled long and far from the Greensburg-Salem School District, and it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Gary Pfeiffer, the superintendent of Greensburg-Salem School District, as our keynote speaker. So Dr. Pfeiffer, the floor is now yours.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Dr. Conway and the staff and faculty here at Clairview and WIU for inviting me this morning. I'm truly humbled and honored to be able to share this moment with these graduates and with the families here. I'm going to start off with a story. Once, long, long ago, it was said there was a prince who was skillful in the use of weapons. And one day he was returning home from practice and met a monster who was as strong as steel with his hide. The monster saw the prince and lunged at him, but the prince was not scared. Using a bow, the prince shot an arrow at the monster, but the arrow bounced off the monster's skin. Next, the prince threw a sharp spear at the monster, but it too bounced away. Then, the prince threw a javelin and an iron club at the monster, but those did nothing. The monster was so strong. Lastly, the prince drew his sword to slash the monster, but the sword broke on contact with the monster's hide. Desperate, the prince lunged at the monster to attack him with his fists, but to no avail. The monster grabbed the prince in his giant arms and held him fast. And the monster said, "It's useless for you to resist. I'm going to devour you for dinner." But the prince answered, "You may think that I have used all my weapons and am helpless, but I still have one weapon left. If you devour me, I will destroy you from the inside of your belly." The courage of the prince disturbed the monster, who asked, "How can you do that?" To which the prince replied, "By the power of truth." The monster released him, and thought about it, and begged for instruction in the power of truth. For truth and education are like a great pearl of value that a merchant found and traded all he owned for that pearl. Your education, or maybe your greatest love that you find in life, is that great pearl. Your truth is shaped by your education. What you learn not only in books, but from your experiences with your family, friends, and teachers. So you'll not only have the knowledge that comes from books, but the wisdom that comes from experience. In the Analects of Confucius, a good way to check your actions is the following statement. Every day I examine myself on these 3 points. In acting on behalf of others, have I always acted in their best interests? In discussion with my friends, have I always been true to my word? Have I failed to repeat the lessons that my teachers have taught me? How you conduct yourself with people you know and don't know on a daily basis. How can you get things done by being friendly and honest, even though sometimes people won't always be respectful? As young scholars, you gain knowledge from the specific class you're taking or get a good grade on a test, but the gain of knowledge, wisdom, and enlightenment is the true hallmark of education. As a true scholar seeks enlightenment, there are 4 states of mind that should be cherished: compassion, tenderness, gladness, and equanimity. These 4 things can help with negative thoughts that can lead to despair and misery. You can remove greed by cherishing compassion. You can remove anger by showing tenderness. And you can remove suffering by gladness, and the habit of discrimination of enemies, friends, by cherishing an equitable mind. With care, one can strengthen these traits to develop a positive mindset. But you have to be vigilant and guard yourself and protect against negative influences, because it's easy to lose that positive mindset, just as a hunter could lose a deer in the forest. Thus, you have to train and think regularly to train your thoughts. Faith, modesty, humbleness, and endeavor and wisdom are great sources of strength to those who seek an education and truth. Among these, wisdom is the greatest of all, but the rest are aspects of wisdom. If a person in training loves worldly affairs or enjoys idle talk or falls asleep, the person will lose his way and not be educated. When studying and doing homework, you really train for this learning. Some may learn quicker than others, so therefore you should not be discouraged if you see others get it first. When a person is practicing football, he or she does not expect success right away, but knows with practice and practice patiently, you'll become an even better player or a better musician. Remember, a river begins as a brook, but grows larger until it flows into a great ocean. If you study with patience and perseverance, the possibility for your learning after graduation is endless. And you see teaching occurs all around you. If you keep your eyes open, you'll see teaching everywhere. And so your opportunities for learning are endless. So don't think of the day as the end of your learning, but as one stage in an ongoing lifelong journey of learning and discovery. And think about the many sources you learn from: your parents, your friends, your employer, and on and on. How you treat others and respond to others goes a long way to your being successful in the world. Do not be so quick to judge or to fall back in harsh judgment of others of whose opinions you may differ. As has been said before, why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not notice the log that is in your own eye? So class of 21, I congratulate you and encourage you to keep studying and keep learning today and every day. And you too will be able to walk down your own path, find your truth and your enlightenment. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Piper, and I'd like to extend a very special thank you for coming and joining our graduates. Next, Mrs. Mary Matrina will present a work discovery certificate. Mrs. Matrina.
Good morning. The students at today's graduation have reached a significant milestone, and on behalf of the Work Discovery Program staff, I would like to congratulate all on this achievement. When they started out in kindergarten, no one would have imagined a senior year that looked like this. However, they prevailed and worked through all of the unexpected changes. In the Work Discovery Program, we often say to our students, when you get a job, your employer is going to expect you to go with the flow and be flexible. And so many of them proved that they were able to do just that. 3 of today's graduates participated in Work Discovery this year, even though the program looked very different from years past. One of the soft skills we work on is flexibility. We try to teach them that employers are looking for people who will roll up their sleeves and do whatever it takes to get a job done. These 3 graduates proved to everyone they never questioned the circumstances. They were positive and they were always happy to do whatever was asked of them. I can't say the same for myself. I definitely wasn't happy with all the changes or as eager to roll up my sleeves and do what needed to be done. Instead of being a role model to them, they were the role models to me. They were the ones who reminded us how lucky we were to get up in the morning and come to work. Their resilience was contagious, and I know they will carry that same resilience to their jobs and into their communities. The 3 young men being recognized for their achievement in work discovery are Brett Bergman, Robert Tomer, and Stephen Wood. Congratulations, guys. Keep up the good work and keep on being resilient. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Katrina. Our parents are a very special part of our life. At this time, Dr. Thomas would like to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Matt Thomas. I'm the Student Services Director here at the Westmoreland Intermediate Unit. As I reflect on these events, I was a high school principal for many, many years, in which I was in charge of graduation. And one of the things that we tend to forget at these moments is the tribe, the community that has brought these young men and women to this stage today, and that is you. And it's so easily remembered for me in particular that I can think of every single homeroom or classroom teacher I had from kindergarten through 12th grade. Even the year probably that I graduated, when Mrs. Suchko was graduating from high school when I was in elementary school. A little inside joke there. However, it's very important to note that we need to honor all of you in this room. You are the tribe that have brought these young women and men to the team today, and have provided the example for them of learning and ability and looking for lifelong opportunities. So we celebrate you, and we want to take this moment to give you a round of applause as parents of all of the families that we have here, and aunts and uncles and grandparents, and those that you represent in this room today as we're in a socially distanced environment. So, without further ado, we want to celebrate you with a round of applause. We hope you will join us afterwards at celebrations. We invite you to take pictures in our facility. You can see this is a new graduation environment for us today. I'm sure you'll be hearing more about that later on. The balloons and the facility, the gym we have here is going to be our new standard for Clairview graduation. This is the school that the young women and men in this room have earned. And we're so happy that you're here to join and celebrate this event with us today. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Thomas. At this time, we would like to share a video of our graduates. So please sit back, watch, and appreciate all our graduates have become.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Stretch my hands out to the sky. We dance with monsters through the night. Whoa, oh,
now a time we've all been waiting for. We will now award the diplomas to all the graduates. Dr. Rebecca McGee will announce each school district and the graduate.
Good morning. Representing Bell Vernon School District, Stephen Wood. Representing Penn Trafford School District, Jeremy Whitefield. He'll be back in just a minute. Representing Greensburg-Salem School District, Bailey Taylor. Representing Greensburg-Salem School District, Robert Tomer. Representing Greensburg-Salem School District, Olivia Cruz. Representing Monessen City School District, Brett Bergman. We'd also like to honor a student who is graduating but couldn't join us today from the Monessen City School District, Joe Lavatut. Jeremy, would you like to come up and get your diploma?
Come here. Mommy needs a picture. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Clairview School's graduating class of 2021. I ask my graduates to now join me in one last howl. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm so sorry, I skipped Dr. Becky's speech. It's sorry. I'm sorry, Doc. That's all right.
Congratulations one more time to the Clairview School graduates of 2021. My first message this morning is for the families and friends of these young men and women. Thank you. Your love, energy, time, compassion, and commitment have made today possible. I have a feeling that you don't hear words of appreciation often enough, Please know that we see you and we thank you. And graduates, as you begin in the next part of your adventure, remember the words of one of my favorite authors, Neil Gaiman. He wrote that mistakes are some of the best experiences a person will ever have. So go on and make interesting mistakes. Make amazing mistakes. Make glorious and fantastic mistakes. Leave the world more interesting for you being here. Best wishes to all of you. Please remain seated as our 2021 graduates exit the gym. They will join you shortly at your tables. Thank you.
Honestly, I just learned from that mistake, right? Thank you, Beck.
Just leave all your stuff here. Leave all your stuff here. Put your mask on. Leave that here. Stand up. They did. We'll all come, we're just bring it back in then for pictures and everything. Okay?
So shall I make an announcement? That concludes our ceremony. That concludes our ceremony. So thanks again for everyone coming. So what a special time. So thanks again. So